Hey, we're checking, folks. It's Charles over here, and I gotta make this video today because I'm hearing and reading about all this rape nonsense. Rape culture, and then you have in Europe right now with the migrant crisis. I don't even know if some of this is true about them. This rape game and all this stuff, and then you have other people going around, encouraging rape, which to me, I'm like, wow, these people are really, really, there's a problem. They got a disease of the mind, heart, and spirit, because for them to think that it's okay, they got fucking problems, and you got problems. And I'm here to share some truth here with you, okay, about what you're doing, all you that participate in this kind of nonsense. Let me just start by explaining to you that the most powerful energy in the world, or in the universe, I should say, is sexual energy. Okay? How creation works, whether you believe in God or not, it's irrelevant, really. I mean, for anyone to think that God is non-existent is just something that it just clearly shows that they don't know themselves. And I'm not going to tell you that I believe in the Christian God or Jewish God or Muslim God. I don't need these religions to tell me or give me a connection to God, okay? The temple of God is not essentially in some building that man has made. It's just kind of funny and ironic that, we have two things right here, right? So it's called temples, right? Well, that's where the temple of God is within you, within all of us, okay? And essentially we all have the tools and everything we need. God has given us all this, life, all the tools we need essentially to be part of creation. So when you're going around raping women, men, children, it doesn't matter. If you're fucking with people's free will, it's like, who the fuck do you think you are? You know what I mean? Do you think that life belongs to you? That you have the right and other people are supposed to, just be there for your own fucking enjoyment? Doesn't matter how much injury you cause to other people? Well, here's news for you, okay? If you want to go around raping people and stuff like that and be partaking in that and suppressing it and actually allowing people to keep going on and encouraging this kind of nonsense, well, just remember that you are directly in some way raping God. You're raping life. You're raping energy, which always comes. I always come back to this lesson of, when you take a deep breath, or you just breathe, always remember, whatever you take in life, you have to give back. And you will have to give it back. So, all the women and children and men that, you people that have decided to rape, and this goes for, all the other things too, such as stealing from people, causing them injury, killing, it all falls in the same category. Because you're essentially everything. Every time you do these kinds of things, when you cause injury, you're stealing from someone. You're taking from life. And so if you take so much and you take and take and take and not give anything back, well, guess what? You are going to have a big fucking surprise, either while you live or when you die. And a lot of times, is justice, unfortunately for us, we don't get to see it served because it's not even like that. It's more divine, more deep than that, and just once you tap into it, you have the confidence and the knowledge to know that things will work themselves out. The injuries will be remedied eventually, but it's always the bearers, the ones that have caused injury, that are going to actually end up suffering the most in the end. When it comes full circle, whatever karma you put out there, the longer it takes for it to come back to you, the harder it's going to fucking hit you, man. Because it's going to take so much velocity and speed, and it's going to come right back around and just fucking knock the nonsense out of you. So I'm making this video in hopes that people make this viral. Okay, if you really are not for rape and you're against all this kind of nonsense, please share this so people get the fucking point here. Because this stuff needs to stop. This kind of nonsense, this way of thinking. I don't care what religion you're part of. Who told you that you can go around raping other people and stealing from other people and causing injury and hurting and killing people? Whoever put that seed in your mind, well, get it out. Because if you go and water that seed, you will see that you're not going to get much from it, and you're just going to pretty much be committing physical and spiritual suicide. Okay, it's nonsense. Because deep down within yourself, if someone was to rape you, okay, let's say some fucking bunch of people would just decide to just rape you, think about how you would feel about that. What would you want to do to the people that caused you that so much injury, especially something as beautiful as your sexuality, your creative energy? Someone coming around and messing around with something so divine and beautiful as your sexual energy. What would you want to do now with your creative energy? You would want to destroy, see, now it's a corruption of your creative energy. So don't do it to others, because if you cannot accept someone doing it to you, then don't do it to others. Because now you're causing yourself the injury. And any times we cause other people injury, we always cause it to ourselves first. Always remember that. And it always comes back to the universal law of, I don't like to get it done to me, so I don't do it to others. And I don't care who you are in this world. If you're going to tell me that someone raping you and brutalizing you and things like that, you wouldn't mind it and you wouldn't get upset, well, you're lying. And you know that you're lying, because you can't lie to yourself, okay? You can't tell me that going through that kind of stupidity, that kind of abuse or whatever, would not make you angry, would not want to, invoke your own God Almighty justice upon these people. Because when I see that, me myself, I have to control myself, and I have very good control. I don't get emotional. I could think of all sorts of things I want to do to these people, and I have the power. I'm a fucking badass motherfucker, okay? But I'm not gonna do shit like that, because I know I'm gonna lower my vibrations, and that's not how it's all about. So I'm here to set the example in some ways, and there's many of us out there that know this. And please come to my rescue, come and back me up on this, because when I see my brothers and sisters doing bad shit like that, it breaks my heart, man. It breaks my heart, because you're better than that. You're a lot better than that, and for you to allow other people come around to influence you to think that that's okay to do that, just shows how much you don't know yourself. And that's the sad part, folks, is when I see a lot of you religious folks out there, you're reading books, which, hey, I'm not going to take away from the Bible and all these other books like the Torah and the Talmud and, the Kabbalah. Well, I don't know about the Talmud. Talmud's pretty bad, but I'm talking about like these scientific books. Okay, these books are actually poetic ways of explaining scientific facts about our universe, our consciousness, our anatomy, about the evolution of consciousness and things like that. But everyone's going around taking these fucking books literally, perverting it, going around saying stupid shit, and then, then you get this product of people thinking that rape is okay. That some people are less than others, so it's okay to cause as much injury to these people as possible, which is wrong. Okay, I'm telling you straight up, it is wrong. And when you die, okay, which we all die, you will see. You'll remember this video. If you watched and paid attention to what I'm sharing with you right now, you will remember me. You will remember this face. You will remember this voice, and you will remember the words that are coming out of my mouth. And you will be saying, I should have listened. Because you know what? That was truth, man. That was the best truth that someone could have shared with me to stop me from being so goddamn self-destructive. So please, folks, with all this raping going on and all this people with these false illusions in their minds of thinking that life belongs to them and they can go around and be tyrants and set the things when they don't even know themselves. They don't even know what they're about. They don't even know what their potential is. They're only operating at 0.0001% of life. Are going to go around and be allowed to spill this nonsense? Well, it needs to stop. Thank you for listening. One love to all my brothers and sisters, including the ones that think that rape is okay. Including you. You need love more than anybody in this world, because you obviously don't know what love is.